The Inspire Business Awards are back for 2026 and nominations are now open. But you've got to be quick because they close on the 31st of July. Find out about the categories and how to enter at destinationbasingstoke.co.uk. Remember, you've only got until July the 31st. A huge thank you to our sponsors at InQ Hive. They're now open at Howe Mills, Basingstoke, with everything for freelancers, small and growing businesses, from virtual office and postbox services, hot desks, dedicated desks and serviced offices, plus amazing business support. Find out more at inqhive.co.uk.
I am Lou Eddy. I have worked in a kind of marketing function, working in IT for the last 20-something years. And then 3 years ago, I decided to go out on my own and build out my own marketing consultancy. And now I'm also part of a franchise network. But I guess in my spare time, I decide to put myself out there for building communities. I decide to take on a bunch of volunteer work. So I guess there's a crossover between my professional marketing world and then supporting people like Basingstoke Voluntary Action, the Destination Basingstoke team. So kind of building my network and knowledge around Basingstoke and locally to kind of share my experience, really. But then alongside that, a whole bunch of networking, which means that I'm now kind of got fingers in lots of pies, including building my own music festival.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, so much that we could talk about. And I know we're going to find out more about you as part of our About Basingstoke expert network. So listen out for more from Lou coming on that, talking specifically about the marketing side. But let's talk about this music festival. I mean, this time of year is, it's crazy for music festivals. There's lots of them around. Tell us about yours and why you've decided to do this.
So I turned 50 this year, and for my 40th birthday, I headed out to Ibiza with a bunch of girlfriends, and we were sat around the pool one day and we love music and said, oh, wouldn't it be great if we did our own music festival? So that's kind of where it started. It was a poolside chat, really. And then kind of the years went past and kind of work took over, really. And I didn't have the opportunity to actually spend the time looking into the details of what it would entail and what have you. And then I think over the last 3 years, some life-changing things have happened. I've decided, actually, no, I am going to do it. So it seemed appropriate that for my 50th year that I just got on and did it, much to my husband's dismay. So running a business and building a music festival with, events is my passion. I love building events. I do lots of social stuff. So it's kind of that natural, I say natural, it's not really that natural step to go to do a music festival. Is that every day's a school day, right? I love learning new stuff.
So I suppose the question is, I mean, because I've had these conversations with people. I think lots of people have had conversations where they go, let's do a music festival. How hard can it be? And Lou, how hard is it? Is it harder than you expected it to be?
Yeah, it is actually. It's I think it's all the little nuances of, first off, finding a venue, right? So there's a lot of things to be taken into consideration around noise control and, making sure that the community aren't impacted. So, working with the council, there's things like water and electric and, all of those logistical things as well. How do you get big lorries into a field and that kind of stuff? So yeah, logistically, it's a lot more intense than I initially anticipated. Then you've got the fun stuff like finding bands and vendors and, crafters. I found some amazing people who make and build and sell fabulous things. So it's time consuming. I think the biggest thing for me is it's more time consuming than I initially anticipated. But
I imagine the bit that you'll do next year, if you do it next year as well, you'll say, I'm going to curate a music festival. You get somebody else to do the logistical organization. Because as you say, the booking the bands and booking the stalls and things like that is the fun bit. That's the curation bit. But the organization of all the mundane things.
I'm lucky I've got support from people who are making sure we're insured and making sure that electrical stuff is tested and that we've got contracts in place and that money exchanges hands and, all of that good stuff. So yeah, I mean, it's fun, but I would say it's a roller coaster of emotions.
Yeah, and it's obviously, 10 years in the making, I think we can say, because you had that initial conversation. But how long have you been working on this? From deciding you were going to do it, was it a constant thing of, okay, we've got to put in all of this time? How long have you been working on this year's festival?
I would say I started dabbling with, finding the venue and kind of the big things about a year ago. Getting the ticket site live and stuff like that, then it's real because people are actually parting with money to actually attend. And so then it becomes an event. And that was probably a good 5-6 months ago that part happened. Ticket sales, that's the push currently. That's when it kind of, you think, just hope. Having invested so much time and energy and emotion into this, that's when it becomes kind of that thing of, I hope other people see what I see and feel what I feel about this. Yeah. And that's always the difficult one. So tell us about the venue and the date. Little Park Farm in Mortimer, or just outside of Mortimer. They do events there already. So they do weddings. They have done a festival previously, but a corporate festival. So the team there are great. It's actually a working farm and they've got people, so there'll be chickens running around potentially. But hopefully they won't be up on stage, but we'll see. But they've got a really good setup there and they're, there's already water and electrics in the field, which makes it a hell of a lot easier. So again, if people are camping and the whole stage setup, all of that is supported. So Mortimer, Little Park Farm is where it's at. The main day is the Saturday, the 8th of August, but I've actually extended it. So if people want to extend their stay, there is a 2-day ticket option as well. And there'll be a bunch of stuff going on the Friday night.
Sounds fantastic. And who's playing?
Headlining. And I know that there's a bunch of people out there in Basingstoke that know Natasha Watts. She's an amazing soulful singer. She's played with some big names and she's bringing her whole band. So Natasha's headlining. So she'll be on at the end of the day. We've got an internet TikTok sensation, Mummy That Sings. So for those of you that don't follow her, I found her through a friend of mine, and she sings with her kids. So her husband videos her singing, but she's got an amazing voice, and I wanted to give her a platform to kind of get it out there, because a lot of it is in her house or on location somewhere, and she sings and dances with her little kids as well. There's 3, so hopefully the kids will come too. So Mummy That Sings. We've got a Reading band, Angel and the Bad Men. They're real crowd pleasers, so they'll definitely get the crowd rocking. We've got Chris Payne. We've got a real mixture, although it's boho meets disco. We've got a real mixture of bands to kind of please everybody. But Chris is more of a rock god, shall we say? But he is also a partner in crime with, and I know sings alongside, Billy Phillips, who also is a Basingstoke bred lad. He actually sang at my wedding 20-something years ago, but he's done so much since then, and he's actually launching his album as well at EddyFest. So Billy Phillips. We've also got, from Southampton direction, we've got Mike and the Mojitos. So our cocktail vendor will be serving mojitos during their set, and they're kind of funked up vibes. And we've also got the Nightcaps. They're a really good fun team as well. So they're a big. So we've got a mixture of singers and bands. I don't think I've missed anyone there, have I? No, I don't think so. But yeah, a really mixed, eclectic group, but still kind of stick. I mean, I was born in the 70s, right? So that's hence the kind of the disco and the sparkle vibe. But yeah, something for everybody. And also DJ as well. So DJ Madam, she's going to be DJing on the Friday night. She's also going to be opening on the Saturday as well.
I mean, it sounds great. And I think, music festivals have become such a big thing in recent years. And people just love them. And it's that whole kind of, it's more than just the music. It's the whole vibe of the festival, isn't it? And just people getting together, enjoying the space, enjoying, as you say, there might be chickens running around and all kinds of things. Yeah. And just enjoying spending time with people who are kind of on the same page as them, just there for a really nice time to listen to some great music.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, I was at the Isle of Wight Festival a couple of weeks ago. So me and a couple of girlfriends went there, and I think exactly that. It's the environment, it's the vibe, it's the, even if you're just sitting down with a plastic cup and having a chat with somebody you've never spoken to before, it's kind of that feel good.
Every festival starts out somewhere, so Who knows where this may go?
Yeah. Well, here's hoping.
so the big thing is, so we know the venue, we know the date. How do people get tickets?
So if you head to www.eddyfest.co.uk, there are links all over all of the pages to be able to click through to be able to book your tickets. So you can book your tickets. Kids under 10 are free. So it would be great if you can just let me know if there are kids, because we want to make sure that they're entertained as much as the adults. So yeah, tickets on there. And also if you want to book in your camper van, or you want to have a pre-pitch tent, so we've got sleepy teepee tents. So there's various different options of accommodation as well that can all be booked, and parking as well. So there is parking on site, but the train station also, because it's between Basingstoke and Reading, the train station's not that far either. If people want to get the train and jump in a cab, it's less than a mile, I think, up the road from the train station.
Well, Lou, I think this is great. Always exciting when a new event happens in the region. But also it's exciting when somebody who's been in business for many, many years has an idea to do something completely out of their comfort zone, completely new, and takes on that thing and thinks, all right, I'm organizing this, I'm doing it. I think every great idea has started with somebody who's, people would say, you must be mad to be doing this.
Exactly that. And those people that know me know that I don't sit still for more than 5 minutes anyway. So yeah.
Excellent. Remind us of the venue, the date, and that website again, please, Lou.
Okay. So website, www.eddyfest.co.uk. That's EDDYFEST.co.uk. The venue is Little Park Farm in Mortimer, and the date's 7th and 8th of August.
If you've been thinking about podcasting for your business or something else that you're passionate about Basingstoke gives you not only the platform, but also the professional support you need to make it happen. Find out more at aboutbasingstoke.com or email info@aboutbasingstoke.com.